We are glad to welcome you to our channel. Kindly subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your friends and relations. And click on the bell icon for instant notification whenever new videos are uploaded on this channel. Rest assured that we are going to have a very exciting and inspiring discussion. Let's dive into the lesson right away. Welcome back to English Classes Online. Today we are diving into a topic necessitated by a comment from one of our esteemed viewers, Emmanuella Edem. Having watched our previous video on Buchi Emecheta'S second-class citizen, Emmanuella requested further clarification on how to analyze the characters and plots of this novel. In this video, therefore, we are going to explore the novel, focusing our attention on the intricacies of character development and plot structure. So join us as we delve into the best tips for character and plot analysis, a deep dive into Buchi Emecheta'S second-class citizen. From the comment section, as I already mentioned, we have Emmanuella Edem, and her question, Emmanuella's question is as follows. How do we analyze characters and plot summary? Emmanuella, thanks a lot for your interest and support. You raised a very important question because plot and character analysis is essential for fully understanding a literary work, especially one like Buchi Emecheta'S second-class citizen. So let's get started right away. Before getting into the character and plot analysis, it is necessary to start with an overview of second-class citizen. We want to start with the post-colonial context. The novel is set in post-colonial Nigeria, navigating the complexities of life for women, education, and societal expectations. Then we look at Ada's journey, and you need to understand that the entire novel is a story revolving around the central character known as Ada. The story follows Ada's journey from a young girl to a woman, highlighting her struggles for independence and self-discovery in a patriarchal society. A patriarchal society is a society in which the man is viewed as more important than the woman. And of course, the man has the traditional rights to abuse the woman, so to say, okay? The rights of the woman are trampled upon. The girl child is neglected and discriminated against. That's a patriarchal society, a male-dominated society. Then let's look at the themes explored in this novel. Second-class citizen explores themes of gender inequality, cultural clashes, and the search for identity within a changing society. And this brings us to character analysis, unveiling the death of second-class citizen. Having gone through an overview of the novel, we are now going into the analysis, and we are beginning with character analysis. Of course, we later look at plot analysis. Now, you may ask at this stage, what exactly is character analysis? It is an exploration of the traits, personality, and characteristics of a character or various characters within a story. And in this case, we are going to begin with the central character, Ada. Ada, the protagonist, is a brilliant and ambitious Nigerian girl who has to fight gender discrimination and other odds in her resolve to gain education in a society where gender inequality and girl-child discrimination reduce the girl child to a second-class citizen. As a young girl, Ada dreams of a better life, and she is determined to pursue her education in spite of societal pressures and expectations. She faces challenges in marriage, motherhood, and finding her place in a society that values men's perspectives and ambitions above those of a woman or those of women. Okay? Through her experiences, Ada learns to navigate the complex realities of her life, finding strength and resilience. Her journey is a testament to the power of self-discovery and resilience. In England, where she ultimately moves, she is also faced with serious challenges of being an immigrant and a woman of color in a racist society. In spite of all these challenges, Ada's resilience and determination enable her to pursue her goals with optimism and great courage. All right? This brings us to the second character, Francis. Francis is Ada's husband, a Nigerian man from a typical Igbo family where male kids are lavishly spoiled and over-pampered, and this is applicable to most African societies. In this novel, Francis is portrayed as a semi-god who lords it over his wife Ada, even though he has no means to sustain the family as the supposed breadwinner. Ada provides all the needs of the family, and all that Francis does is to constantly make her pregnant. Okay, that's the character Francis. He is used to represent the limitations, the laxities, all right, in a male-dominated society where the man may fail woefully in his responsibilities as a breadwinner of the family, yet he abuses his wife. Then we look at the children. The children represent the complexities of Ada's role as a mother, highlighting the challenges of raising a family in a foreign land. The children are among the characters because as Ada gives birth to these children, she is faced with the challenges of raising her children, all right? And through her experiences in child delivery and child nursing and all that, then we are able to look at what the average woman faces in an African family, or in this case, in a Nigerian Igbo family. All right. Now, let's look at the society. All right. The society of both Nigeria and England serves as a backdrop illustrating the struggles faced by Ada as a girl child in a patriarchal society, and also later as a woman of color in a racist society. All right, so the society in Nigeria plays a role of, uh, impacting her negatively, you know, constituting obstacles and challenges to her dreams as a girl child. And then the society in England constitute also a lot of challenges to her because of the injustices meted out to a woman of color in that racist society. Then let's look at key characters and their roles, a symphony of perspectives, beginning with Ada. As the central figure, Ada's journey is a testament to resilience and defiance in the face of oppression. That's the role this character plays, to portray, the kind of oppression the girl child faces in the society, and then the resilience and defiance that this particular character epitomizes, which enable her, of course, to realize her goals in spite of the societal pressures and expectations. Then Francis' role is to dramatize the limitations of a patriarchal system where men see themselves as superior to women and subject their wives to all sorts of abuses, even if they fail to meet their family obligations as expected of the head of the family, even in a situation where the woman, plays the role of providing for the family, including for the man, literally providing the needs of the man, yet the man will rise to abuse the woman because it's written in his psyche that he is the boss and that he is the one that matters in that family, and that the woman should be seen but not to be heard. Then we look at the supporting cast. The supporting characters, including Ada's family and friends, help to demonstrate the society's expectations and how they affect the girl child. Apart from members of Ada's immediate family, even others in the community expect her to, forget about her ambition simply because she is a girl child. The family is comfortable with sending her brother to school, but they don't intend to send her to school. Their plan is to marry her off to a man and get the bride price. They do not see her as someone who can rise to a higher position in society. They expect her to take her position in the kitchen, in her husband's kitchen, and in the other room to, give birth to children. And that is the role the society has assigned to the woman. All right. Then we look at character motivations and development, a study in transformation. One, desire for independence, driven by a yearning for self-sufficiency and a refusal to be defined solely by her role as a wife and mother. This is exactly one of the character motivations. Ada is driven by a yearning for self-sufficiency, and She's driven by this resolve to say no, to the kind of very base and baseless, if you like, definition that her society has given to her as a woman. Right? She refuses to be restricted, to be reduced to that level. Then number two, confronting societal norms. This is another character motivation. Ada's journey is marked by challenges to traditional expectations and a search for self-identity amidst cultural pressures. Number three, unwavering determination. Throughout her struggles, Ada exhibits a remarkable resilience and a refusal to be silenced by societal constraints. She refuses to be stopped. She resolves to be unstoppable in her pursuit of her dreams. She believes it is possible. Now, this brings us to the plot summary, a tapestry of experiences. First, what exactly is a plot? Let's understand this before we get into it. In literature, plot is simply the arrangement of events in a story. If you are telling a story, then one action must be the starting point of it, one event or incident, and after that, then another. So it is essentially the sequence of events in which each event affects the next one through the principle of cause and effect. The causal events of a plot can be thought of as a series of events linked in such a way that one thing leads to the other. And having said that about plot, you may also want to know what exactly is plot summary. A plot summary is a brief description showing how the events in the story are arranged. Now let's go through the plot summary of this novel. Second Class Citizen, a novel by Buchi Emecheta, is set in Lagos, Nigeria during World War II. It tells the story of a woman named Ada and her efforts to reconcile her aspirations with the expectations of her society, as well as her pursuit of education and a better life. The novel opens with Ada as a young girl in Nigeria during the 1950s. Ada is intelligent and has always been committed to going to school since she was a small child. She also hopes to move to the United Kingdom in the future. Ada attends school secretly, even though it is rare or uncommon for girls in her household to receive an education. Her parents physically beat her, but in the end, they let her finish her schooling. Ada is taken to live with her uncle's family after her father dies. She sneaks herself into high school, and in spite of being beaten for it again, she succeeds so well on the entrance exam that she is awarded a scholarship. Family pressure, of course, Ada's family pressures her to get married as she reaches adulthood. But she only decides to get married when she realizes that having a husband and a home is necessary for her to continue her education. She finds a job as a librarian and marries Francis, a man who seems quiet and kind. Ada's work provides the couple with a stable income at the time, and Francis starts to believe that she has to work to support him. Francis accepts Ada's suggestion that they move to England, where he begins his studies in accountancy. Ada convinces her in-laws to allow her to follow him after the birth of her second child. She discovers that life in London is not what she had expected when she eventually arrives there. She discovers that life in London is not what she had expected. Francis finds a place to live in a low-class neighborhood surrounded by other Nigerian immigrants, and he informs Ada that they are second-class citizens and cannot expect better. All right? In order to support her family, Ada secures a job as a librarian. Of course, we have mentioned that her husband verbally and physically abuses her while moping around and refusing to work or study. She conceives once more and gives birth by herself. She chooses to use contraception in secret, but Francis soon discovers it and beats her. Ada becomes pregnant once more, and her husband becomes increasingly aggressive. She retaliates, telling him to get a job, and eventually declares that she will no longer support him because her children come first. Her children becomes her top priority. That's always what happens when the abuse from the man becomes unbearable. The woman had no option but to look at her children as the only consolation. She writes a book about her life during the first few months following the birth of her fourth child, and her library friends encourage her to try to publish it. Francis, on the other hand, burns the book, and Ada abandons him and takes the children to live elsewhere. He chases after her and hits her. Ada takes Francis to court in the story's climax. This, in a nutshell, is the plot summary. Now, this brings us to analyzing the plot structure, unraveling the narrative threads. Again, you may ask, what is plot structure? According to Van der Meer, structure is the organization of the story to form a pleasing shape and one that does not seem random or arbitrary. You know, every good story has to have a definite structure and should also contain certain plot elements, which may include exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. In very simple terms, a good story has to have at least a beginning, a middle, and an ending. So let's analyze the plot structure of this novel by looking at the key events from the beginning to the end. Number one, Ada's education. Ada's pursuit of higher education symbolizes her desire for independence and intellectual growth. Marriage and the birth of her children. These are key points in this story. Ada's first marriage to Francis and the subsequent disillusionment represent a significant turning point in her life. She faces the harsh realities of patriarchal societal expectations. All right? Motherhood both fulfills and complicates Ada's aspirations, highlighting the balancing act between personal goals and societal expectations. Okay? Motherhood is a reality that Ada cannot shy away from. Getting married, she is the one who has to give birth to children. She is the one to, you know, get pregnant and give birth to children. And this actually becomes a kind of fulfillment to her as a mother, and also it complicates her aspirations, while at the same time, becomes a kind of balancing act between personal goals and societal expectations. Of course, the society expects her to be the mother of the children, okay, and of course she can't shy away from that. Number 3, the decision to leave Francis. Ada's ultimate decision to leave Francis signifies a pivotal moment of self-discovery and a commitment to her own well-being. She refuses to be a victim of abuse and domestic violence, okay? So she decides to leave. She values her personal dignity and safety. Then arrival in England, of course, we are looking at these key points in no particular order. Ada's initial optimism and expectations upon arriving in England, these are vital aspects of the story. Then clashing expectations. The emergence of cultural conflicts and societal limitations that challenge Ada's aspirations, okay? At every point, she, is confronted by different challenges, cultural conflicts, societal limitations, and so on and so forth. All these challenge her aspirations. Confrontation and transformation. Ada's confrontation with societal inequalities and her subsequent journey of self-discovery and empowerment. This is a key aspect of the plot structure. Now, this brings us to conclusion and takeaways. What are we taking away from this analysis? Reflecting on the power of second-class citizens. The journey of Ada in second-class citizen serves as a powerful testament to the human spirit's resilience in the face of adversity. Of course, that's one major takeaway. You can learn from this character the importance of being resilient, not just being docile or succumbing to, the pressures in front of you. She stood and fought against her challenges. In other words, she decides to confront her confrontations. Okay? It highlights the impact of societal expectations, the complexities of intercultural relationships, and the importance of self-determination. Because intercultural, interracial, because Ada is exposed not only to the larger society, we find her, her birthplace is, her origin, where she comes from, is the Igbo culture, but we see her in Lagos, mingling with people from the Yoruba culture. And then when she eventually moves to England, then we see her also interacting with people from the white race, and people from different racial and cultural backgrounds. All right. The novel invites us to reflect on the power of individual agency and the enduring fight for equality and recognition. And this brings us to the end of the lesson. Emmanuella, I hope this lesson has given a satisfactory answer to your question. We have seen how to analyze the characters and plot of the novel. I want to say a big thank you to all of you out there for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you